This addicting game has lots of bright colors and fun shapes, so it's perfect for me. Also, if you have any issues with flashing lights or that sort of thing, this is absolutely not the video for you. Click away. Before getting started, we've got upgrades. 1 piercing, 5% extra damage, 5% extra fire rate, then we're going to go 1 more piercing and another 5% damage. Also, we're going to steal HP when we kill enemies, extra armor, HP regeneration, and stun. Aside from that, I think I'm going to want more HP regeneration. That just seems like it's going to be really good. Then for blue stuff, I think we're actually just going to go for as much XP gain as we can get. And then just 5 points into everything else, we're good to get started. There's something about the shapes and colors and effects of this game that really just does it for me. To begin, we're doing 1.7 damage and we already found multi-shot. So instead of 1 projectile out the front, we now get 2. You know what? Let's do that 1 more time. Since we got it, we're now firing 3 bullets already. That's more than enough to defeat the triangles. Okay, it just wants to stack multi-shot on me and I'm not going to complain. We have max multi-shot already. Which is what we might define as overkill, but that's exactly what we're here for. Split shot is also good. It decreases fire rate, but it also has all of those bullets split into more bullets. So we have enough to kill a small army and we're fighting single enemies still. I rerolled Pulse, hoping for something better. We don't want regen right now. We do want torpedoes. So now along with our many bullets, we have a torpedo randomly firing out and seeking out enemies. And that's just a little bit more overkill for us. We're going to increase our damage by 15% on all weapons. And that would be 15% damage per bullet. So that's actually a really big increase to damage for us. Increase all weapon fire rates by 15%. Good. We lost a little bit of that with some of our upgrades. We're pretty soon going to have a machine gun that fires as many bullets. It's not exactly a slow firing machine gun now, but it's going to get crazy. Increase weapon damage by 15%. Starting to get some bigger shapes showing up, but they don't last very long before they disappear. Overclock again. Fire rates going up so we can absolutely destroy the bigger enemies. Not even 2 minutes in and we are absolutely wrecking everything. And we've only got 1 other weapon on us. I don't want teleport. I don't think I want range, so we're going to try and re-roll this into, hey, look at that, more damage. Damage is always my answer. It gets me out of every little problem. Every once in a while they spit out one of those. Those are the upgrade points, but we need a lot of those at this point to get any upgrades, so we need to shoot them whenever we see them. Another level up. I think we're on fire rate at this point. Let's get all of those bullets going out quicker. Damage and fire rate are essentially going to be the same thing. They're just going to increase DPS. And luckily the experience has a way of just making itself to me. I don't need to find it, so when we're killing things off the edge of the map, no problem. Might be time to add another weapon, a neon scythe. So that's just going to circle around us and help keep us safe, and that's good timing because we're being attacked by little fast enemies that I'm not likely to see. They're the size of a flea, so my enormous circling scythe should absolutely destroy them. Although it did get hit by 1, it didn't do a lot of damage, and I'm pretty sure we're regenerating HP. I guess we'll make our scythe a little bit better, and here's where we get to start picking different upgrades for the different weapons. Let's make it do 30% more damage. It is going to circle slower, but that extra damage is certainly going to hurt. Especially combined with our base damage upgrades, there's just a lot of damage to go around at this point. I just want more enemies though. More enemies on the screen so I get more experience. I want to kill as much as I possibly can. Okay, let's increase damage by 15% again. That includes the scythe and our torpedoes. Okay, we got the boss coming in. It's coming up in the top left, as you can see by the bullets it's firing at us that are hard to see. We just got to keep circling away from its bullets though, and it will shortly be dead, especially if we get our scythe involved in the business. We've gotten right behind the dreadnought. We're taking lots of damage from something. Might be that ship behind us. Or wait, what's hurting me? Oh, it's still firing at me. I didn't even realize. I didn't know it could fire out the sides. I'm paying attention. The dreadnought is now dead. We gotta regenerate some HP. While we're doing that, we're gonna make the scythe even better. We got a great quality. More damage sounds fun. And as long as none of the enemies touch us for a second, we should be able to regenerate our HP actually really quickly. Because when we kill them too, we do get HP back. Looks like our base damage is up to 1.8 per little bullet. More experience is also going to be big at this point. We definitely need as much of that as we can get. The more we can upgrade, the more powerful we're going to get ultimately. Okay, we're going to increase our split shot, so it's going to be more AoE damage, and that's going to be good for us because we're firing a lot of bullets as well. So if they split even more times, well, just a lot more DPS going out, and AoE. So we'll have to not aim pretty soon. I re-rolled this one twice into where it's going to be level 5 damage, so it's an extra 15% damage to everything we do. So our base bullets are up to 2 damage. It's a flat 2 damage, and they're firing out quickly. And there's just a lot of them. I'm going to take XP gain at this point, especially because XP is slowing down. Enemies are speeding up, like spawn rate though, so that's helping make up for it. The big blue bar at the top is getting full again. There we go, already leveled up again. Let's do a max level, no, let's do experience. Probably should have done experience from the beginning, but better late than never. It's still going to give us big bonuses now. Okay, split shot 1 more time, so that's at max level. Because we're getting lots of these small enemies again, I figure the AoE will help to thin them out without me taking damage, because they can be really hard to see before they hit me. Like that one. I'm going to upgrade my torpedo at this point. There's a unique quality. Doubles the fire rate, halves the damage. Do we want to do that? I'd rather take 30% damage. So at least when they go out, we know they're going to hurt. And our fire rate should be pretty good overall. Plus, I think they're splitting anyway. Like once they go out and hit something, they split into smaller torpedoes. At least they're supposed to. Or at least I think they're supposed to. Yeah, there we go. They're all splitting up here. Okay, let's upgrade some more torpedoes. I think this time we're going to do it. Double the fire rate, half the damage. We did this increase damage by 30%, so we'll sort of splitting the difference. But now we're firing a lot of torpedoes that also split. So the screen is suddenly full of torpedoes. And in case it wasn't clear earlier, or a little earlier before that, flashing lights warning. It's only going to get worse. Especially when we increase our fire rate by 15%. We love the flashing lights. We're going to fill the whole screen with damage and bullets. Okay, we're going to get our final upgrade for overclock, but don't worry, these things can synergize into like ultimate upgrades too once they're max level, so we still got more to go. And that does seem kind of silly at this point because we're still absolutely destroying everything. More XP gain, so I think that was level 4, so we're at 60% extra XP gain. And that's good because it is slowing down once again. Once the big clusters of enemies show up, it does still go, and that's nice because I feel like we're just continually getting upgrades. Explosive. Bullets fired from your ship explode on impact. Yes. There's no way I could resist that. We're firing so many bullets. Wow. Okay, really flashing light warning now. Lots of pretty colors, lots of pretty lights. Wow, that thing's getting close. The explosions are definitely going to add a lot of extra damage. Then we're going to continue on torpedoes. Let's say 20% damage, 10% fire rate. It's already firing really, really quickly, so we need to put some damage back on for it. Plus they're spreading out. They might also be causing explosions. It looks like they probably are. Starting to get hard to see. Don't love any of these. We'll take extra experience gain, so that's maxed out, and we should no longer draw the experience card because it's gone. If it synergizes with anything, we'll find that upgrade instead. Starting to get touched by a few things, so I gotta make sure we're avoiding enemies as much as I can and killing things. Wow, that almost killed me. I'm not a very tough ship, but I do have a lot of damage. Increases regen by 0.1 per second, probably also going to be good. Just so I can be sure to put that HP back on, even though as soon as something touches me, I'm basically insta-dead. Because these things are getting strong. Oh, there are so many enemies around. I don't know if I can fight them back much longer. We'll take a little more regen, I guess. All we could do is hope to just regen, fight them off just enough. Okay, we got a bunch of HP back. We also unlocked Bomber Blitz. I don't know what that said, a new arena or something. It's really hard to read when I'm trying to focus on not dying every 3 seconds. Okay, let's max out torpedo level at least. Let's do more fire rate again. I just need more bullets going out to thin out the idiots. They are absolutely swarming me. Okay, we're in a pretty precarious spot. I'm trying to shift boost myself away as much as I can. Regen is going up. We just took 2 hits in a row. That's it. I'm going to put a piercing shot back on, and I'm going to put a faster fire rate because then we can move on to Fear Factory. So this time I'm going to go piercing, fire rate, experience gain, damage. And that experience gain feels good already. I don't really want any of these. I'm actually going to burn this one so it never shows up again. We're going to reroll that one. Fire rate up 15%. The extra, we're going to do Shuriken this time as well. The description of this level was that there's going to be lots of small fast enemies, Neon Scythe, so we want lots of AoE. So we're definitely going to add more things, but the amount of experience we're getting is absolutely insane so far. Explosives are AoE, so we'll add some of those in. There might be little explosions to start, but explosions nonetheless. We need lots of AoE going out to kill lots of tiny idiots. Ooh, split shot as well. The colors are so satisfying in this. There's also a piercing card available. We're already piercing a lot, so that's interesting. We're also going to take an extra 15% damage. That feels pretty good. We're maybe going to hold off on torpedoes for now at least. We're going to take an extra damage because we have the Shuriken and Scythe so far. I'm not sure the torpedoes are much AoE. There's even more experience gain. We won't say no to that. The more of those we get, the more upgrades we're going to get ultimately. We're going to take XP gain over No, we're going to take multi-shot. We'll get XP gain again. We need to start getting some multiple shots out. That's more AoE. Okay, we're already starting to get bigger purple idiots already, so we'll take our XP gain now. And yeah, we're going to need a little bit more damage because we're not making them evaporate. And that's actually a problem this early on. But I'll be okay as long as I'm paying attention. I don't really want pulse either. I'm going to reroll that one for split shot. Yes, split shot is a better one. That's just going to add a lot of AoE and just raw damage out there in the world. At this point, overclock's obviously going to be important. We need to pick our fire rate back up. We dropped it off just a bit, and we don't need a ton of damage this time around. We just need more like AoE and bullets getting out there. So fire rate over damage. but also XP. And more multi-shot again. That's actually perfect. It's going to bump our damage, our DPS down a bit, but it's going to put up our AoE. And look at all those pretty explosions we have everywhere. I guess we'll take more split shot, exactly more damage. And we're only 2 minutes into this. It feels like we're so much further in just because there's so much happening. Okay, here come the fast small things that are going to be hard to catch. But we got enough explosions going off everywhere. They should mostly die before we even have to deal with them. Just in case, multi-shot. I don't know how many bullets we're firing now, but it seems like a lot. Plus we have piercing too, so every bullet we fire can hit just a lot of different morons. Overclock's going to be a good one. Increase overall fire rate. That's actually really good because we did lose a lot of fire rate over whatever upgrades. Next, we're unlocking a stun thing. Stun would actually be really good too. Maybe not so much for these fast, small guys. You just want to kill them quickly. Do I want piercing? Piercing is interesting. Nope, I don't want. I already have lots of piercing. We don't really need any more right now. We're already piercing 3 or 4 times, so we'll take that if it's the best option available. But I think a lot of options will be better than that. Do I want crit chance? I don't really need crit chance. Neon Scythe is actually a big one we want, and then speed. If I just have that thing moving around me like a rocket ship, actually, it will really stop a lot of the small things from touching me because I think it will one-shot. What is that thing? That's a really big... okay, we gotta pay attention. The map description was, ooh, lots of small enemies, but here's a random big one just to throw you off. I'm gonna re-roll a safeguard because I don't want to be safe. We're actually just gonna take shurikens here, and it's gonna be fire rate all the way. Here's another big ship. Those are getting way too close for my comfort. Luckily, I'm pretty sure I know a solution for that. It's just keep grinding until we get all the upgrades we could ever want. Shurikens. We'll take another 20% fire rate. That's perfectly fine. It's hard to even see them amongst all the bullets going out, but there are a lot of them going out, and they'll help to just splinter and thin things out. I'm not really sure what that thing over there was either. I guess we could also place down mines that explode on impact. That's going to help actually because obviously there's a lot of enemies, small enemies coming in, and one single mine will probably take out a lot of them. More shurikens, 30% fire rate. Man, those things are going to be firing so quickly. And it looks like they are. They're definitely flying out and hitting things off the edge of the screen, which is really nice for me. My favorite enemies are the ones I don't have to see at all. Okay, we're going to take more XP gain again, because we're already at level 24 and we've unlocked the stun card. Definitely getting a lot more of these bigger ships coming in, and that could be a problem because we need to focus them entirely when they show up. And then they still manage to touch us quite a bit. I don't want to be touched right now. Nothing a little more shuriken won't solve. Can we get more fire rate? Oh, look at that. We actually can. 20% fire rate. Let's stay way away from that. And already the next one spawned. We destroyed it instantly, though. We must have hit it with some of the good stuff. And here comes another one. So I assume the rest of this level is just going to be painfully avoiding those big things. We're going to increase all fire rate by 15% as well. That's actually going to put our DPS up a lot. And that makes a big difference for destroying those things. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark. So we're going to have the boss, which is Razor Claw. Okay, that's dangerous. We're going to take Infliction for extra damage. Wow, did that thing just one-shot me? I don't know if I'm supposed to be close or far from it. So this time we're going to switch to the speedster ship. That way I can actually maneuver. And so far this seems to be working well because I can pretty easily move away from everything. So with this build, I basically maxed out my experience upgrades right away, and it's turned into whatever this is so far. We're going to have to multi-shot to that, but we are firing so fast and doing so much damage. I also have like a light speed scythe orbiting around me that's also stunning things when it touches them, so it's keeping me nice and safe. And then our fire rate went up even from there. We're firing so many bullets that I can't actually see anything. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. And I just unlocked energy bullets, and that told me if there's a new synergy available. I don't know how to unlock that yet, but we'll just keep upgrading things until it shows up. We can also unlock Chonko at 15,000. Okay, we're about to fight the boss again, and I don't know what's going to show up. I'm just going to stay away from it for a little bit because it takes off all of my health in one shot. So if we stay way far away from it, hopefully it won't hurt us. And eventually something did I shoot at it will hurt it. And I'm actually okay with staying out here until we get ourselves sorted out. I was just informed that a synergy is available, so we just need a few more upgrades and we'll get that. I'm moving so quick that the boss just can't catch me as long as I'm moving left and upwards. I think we're pretty safe. Wow, it hurts so bad. I don't know like how to... I guess I should probably dodge that, like inwards and outwards, but that's scary because it one-shots me. Oh, here we go. So those two things, whatever, just combined. Now we get Dual Reaper. Summons 2 deadly high damage scythes. That's a tier 1 synergy. And those are going pretty quick. So I think most enemies are going to have trouble touching me. I think on top of that, we'll give it a little bit of crit chance, just so that whatever we're hurting just takes a little bit extra damage. And yes, it would be nice to take out the boss. Every time I go near it, it hurts me so much, and I'm having trouble seeing. So I'm trying to decide the best strategy to deal with that thing. Maybe if I could get right up close to it with the scythe. The problem is it'll kill me in like half a second, so I can't even like charge straight into it and do damage. This could be interesting. Enemies deal 25% less damage, but our mobility goes down by 5%. We're already much quicker than the enemies, so this might actually work. We'll take less damage from the boss if and when we see it again. And okay, it's right down there. I'm right on the edge of where it exists. So if I could just study it for a second, we could maybe figure out how it works. We'll get in there and hit it with a whole bunch of damage. Okay, interesting. It's so nerve-wracking being near this thing. We're going to hit it with all the damage we can get, try and get a sign for when it's going to do something. It's almost dead, actually. Oh, it fires those in big loops. We got to stay just the right distance away. Okay, well, it's dead. So we'll add a little bit more damage. And we're still much quicker, and we're taking considerably less damage. Oh, we've almost unlocked Chonko as well. Chonko is now available, and we're just going to keep plowing through these morons. I don't know if any of these regular enemies can make it through my scythes yet. It seems to just be like evaporating them as they get anywhere close, even those big guys. Pretty sure I paid entirely like $1 for this game, and that's $1 Canadian, so that's quite a steal. You know what, let's turn down our mobility just a little more to give ourselves just a little more defense. We're still much quicker than the enemies. I can still comfortably outmaneuver them. And that's going to work out okay, because even if they do get close to me, my scythes seem to eat them. Okay, I've realized there's a menu that can actually show you how to get some things. XP healing would be good for a synergy, but energy bullet, stun plus piercing. So if we just get regen, we'll get XP healing. So I'm looking for regen, stun, and piercing. If I get any of those three, the max level will get more synergies, which are obviously quite strong. We're getting close to the 10-minute mark though, so enemies are definitely going to get stronger. Well, there's piercing, so we'll take that for now. That's a start. There's so many enemies, we're leveling up almost instantly again. And that feels weird considering like how far into this we are. I guess we'll also take pulse at this point. Unleashes a huge pulse that pushes enemies back. I'm going to burn brawler at this point. Oh, actually, we're going to get regen because we can stack regen up. Okay, there's more stun, which we also need for one of our synergies. In 15,000, I get something called power shots, and power shots sound like exactly the kind of thing I would like to play with a lot. We're past 11 minutes now, so enemies are getting frequent. Like, they're really starting to build up, so I'm gonna need some more damage somehow. Like, a lot of it. Also quite quickly. Never mind, a single enemy got through and killed me. A single one. But we got a big synergy, and that was fun.